Bill and Ben works on Edward Station. They're in charge of the china clay there. They bring it up to the harbour and Boko take it to Edward Station where the other engines take it to different places. One day there was an exciting news for Bill. He was chosen today to be station pilot at Knapford Station. It was a tryout. It was going to see if it was a sort of like a tryout. It was to see if the work was going to go all right. Bill felt grand, but Bill felt sad. See you, twin, said Bill as he puffed away happily. Ben felt upset. Without his twin, he felt very lonely and very upset. Bill worked well at the station pilot. He listened carefully and he shunted the trains in the right order. One train that was interesting to Ben was some coaches which looked like vans, but they looked like coaches, but they more looked like vans mixed together. This is the Royal Mail train. The Royal Mail carries loads and posts every day. The Railway Board, the mainland, used to use them, but they don't use them anymore. One time they got robbed, but luckily they wasn't catched. They were catched. It was pulled by a visitor from another railway. Bill arrived. He got himself ready to pull it, but he found it tricky to shunt it. Luckily, he managed enough to get the train, and he started to pull in. Come on, he puffed, but it was just too heavy. He struggled to pull the train in. Just as Ben was trying to push the train in, the visitor engine pulled in. He was ready to go home. Never mind, old chap, said the engine kindly. Bill felt awful as he watched the engine travel on his long journey home. Bill returned back at the quarry. Ben was happy to see his twin. How was it? He said. Well, said Bill, I didn't like it, he said. It's not easier than I thought. I'm glad I'm back at the quarry, he said. I really miss you, he said. Yeah, I miss you too, said Ben. Of course you did, said Bill. We're twins, the twins both say, and the two engines went straight back to work.